workshop on furniture refinishing, and this is our fourth workshop event. We've had deck staining and prepping, and we've had caulking and electrical outlet and GFCI replacement. At Habitat, safety is always first because we're a construction company too, you know. So we always have eye gear, protective eye gear, and we've got all the safety equipment, the rubber gloves, the safety glasses. We're going to be working with chemical strippers. We got the safe stuff. Sal's going to tell you about that, how to use it safely.
You want to wear rubber gloves with any of these. Most of the strippers they have now, whether they're methylene chloride based, this is something that has a strong chemical, but it's not that volatile. It's methylpyrrolidone. They'll also have toluene and acetone in it to assist in the processing, dissolving the whole finish. What's nice about this is it's a gel. You put it on with a brush. You can take the brush and just rinse it off in water. A little soapy. Use rubber gloves, paint it on. You wait about anywhere from 20 minutes to a couple of hours.
You know, a generous coat is pretty nice. The stuff isn't really that expensive. And the more on there, the more that will come off faster and easier. We got here so early today that we had a chance to put stripper on this side to show you how it comes off. So I'm going to tip this up. Can you guys just lay that down?
See where the steel wool's coming in? Look at that.
That takes a little bit of
That's
paint
taking it right off versus there. See?
What grade of steel wool?
Well, you get the real coarse for this part, and then when you get down to working on the final finish, then you're going to use like 4.0 steel wool, the real fine. But here, this has all been coated, and you can see how around curved surfaces the steel wool works real nice. But I'm just going to take this and show you what I'm doing.
Look at that.
The scrapers they have here in the ReStore, I said, are really nice scrapers.
When you say to be sure that you wash it now, you went over it with sand with the steel wool. But to be sure to get everything off, could you just use the alcohol?
I would take a piece of cotton cloth and wipe it again. Yeah. Wash it with the alcohol to get any of the stripper off.
But basically what we did was, once we stripped it down from this, you know, scraped all that off, cleaned it off. After that's done and this is dry, we're ready for a sanding. Well, this is the sander by choice, only because it's a random, that word means something, random orbital sander. So when you sand, it doesn't have a direction to which way it sands. It'll sand like this, like a, like here. So I put a heavier grit sandpaper. You should use 100. These come in packs at the box stores of, like, if you only want to buy a few at a time, like 5 in a pack for $3, $3.50. You can buy them in quantity just like that. Different grades. See, on the back of this disc, it'll give a number. The higher the number.
How about if you don't have an orbital sander?
If you don't, then you can hand sand.
Or you can invest in one.
Or for $50, which isn't a lot. Actually, the least expensive is the Ryobi for like $35, $39. We bought 220. The higher the number, the finer the sandpaper. Of course, the lower the number, the coarser the sandpaper. Sal said what we should use is about 100 grit on this random orbital sander to start out sanding. I want to just start it up and just sand a little bit here. It's not going to do much, but I just want to show you how this thing works. And whenever you start something up, it's going to have puff out a little bit of dust.
Well, we had more finishing. That's pretty much down there. Take some of the 220 and go with the grain back and forth. Just to get the swirl marks out after we were done with all the sanding. We took the tack off.
Yeah, oh, the tack.
And got all the grit off. And we were down to the smoothness.
Gel stain. It's about, oh, I don't know, about $12. Depends where you go. These are the best invention. I would think most of you would agree with this, foam brushes, because they're relatively inexpensive. Right now, that brush is right over there. There's a whole bunch of them. And they're half the price of, that cost me at, I think, Home Depot, like 60 cents, 70 cents, and they're like 35. Is that right? Okay.
We have different size ones.
No, okay.
Absolutely.
Did you read the directions?
Yeah.
Did I? No, I'm counting on Steve and Sal. You're in
Oh,
trouble
wow.
then. Oh, all right. Hey, Steve, I have a question. Sometimes, you know, when you see it on the Do-It-Yourself HGTV, sometimes they use a rag to put the stain on. What's the difference, do you know?
Hey, it's just that this is the way we like to do it, and you can use a rag. And you can do it in a circular motion. Look at that.
Doing it 24 hours later.
Oh, very. Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
And you know what, Sal, am I correct that if you put polyurethane on that, it'll darken it up? Or no? Shouldn't.
Cherry darkens by itself with time. I don't know if this will anymore. It's all piece of furniture. I don't think the urethane's going to make it.
Let dry 3 to 4 hours, then lightly sand entire surface with fine sandpaper. 220. Let's now go a little lighter, because you know you're going to put a couple coats on.
Oh, yeah.
Now our technique's pretty good, isn't it?
She's done this before. Elsie's done this before.
I think she has. She's been working.
She's
Now, with the grain. I would always go with the grain. Yes.
Now on the urethane, one thing I want to say about the urethane, then you go into the urethane, one coat, let it dry, light sanding, 400 maybe paper, 320 paper, or steel wool, de-dust, another coat. Urethane, you want to put at least 2 coats on, because the first coat goes into the grain. You want to wind up with a film of urethane that sits on it.